Over the course of the semester, I have learned a lot about myself and my teaching style. In the beginning, I said quite a few times. I seemed unprepared while looking at my notes a lot, but I knew it was just because I was nervous. I also fidgeted a lot, playing with my rings, my fingers, and I noticed that I moved my hands a lot too, which is not always good. I don't want to look like this in front of my class. Over time, I grew more confident. I barely looked at my notes. My posture improved, and I projected my voice. I stopped joking around while presenting to my friends, and I started acting like a real teacher. I am so happy with my improvement. As a peer advisor, I had a lot of teaching experience last semester. I was talking to my students who were less than a year younger than me, but I was able to establish that fine line between friend and teacher. I was able to teach my students a lot without being a scary teacher or too close of a friend. I was really nervous about establishing that line, but I feel like it came naturally. Also, I was teaching my university life class for about an hour a week, and I was mostly in control and shared the teaching role with a mentor. Now I am not as nervous teaching a class of students for an hour at a time. Our intern placement was at the Lawton C. Johnson Summit Middle School in Summit, New Jersey. I tutored 3 8th-grade boys in all subjects. I also helped them with standardized test prep. Most of the students in our tutoring program were not succeeding in school. It was difficult working with low-achieving students, but the rewards were worth it. For example, one highlight of the year was when I taught one of my students how to study. He did not have the skills or knowledge of how to study. In December, I taught him a simple way to help him memorize and synthesize information. The following tutoring session in January, he remembered to tell me that he got a 92 on the test. It was the first time he ever received an A in school. For the midterm, he got an 89. I was so proud, and so was he. Now he continues to study, and his grades have greatly improved. The ESL class I taught was very challenging because it was centered on communication. The students spoke many languages, including Arabic, Russian, Thai, Chinese, and Vietnamese. Because of this variety, it was difficult for the students to understand each other's accents. It was difficult for me too, but I was able to mediate most of the conversations. I presented a lesson about homophones. I told the students that it's critical to listen to words in the context of a sentence, not just the words by themselves. I believed they were able to understand the lesson and take useful information from it. Overall, all of my experiences that I have had this semester improved my teaching skills, and I know that sometimes I am not as confident as I seem. But from writing lesson plans to presenting them, from 8th grade boys to college freshmen to adult ESL students, I have grown more confident as a teacher, and I know that I am well prepared for the future.